Welcome to the Water Trough, where we can't make you drink, but we will make you think. My name is Ed Drozd, the Small Business Doctor, and I'm really excited you chose to join me here as we discuss topics that are important for small business folks just like you. If you're looking for ideas, inspiration, and possibility, you've come to the right place. Join us as we take steps to help you create the healthy business that you've always wanted. Welcome back to the Water Trough. This is Ed Drozd, the Small Business Doctor. This episode goes out to anyone who's in a position of hiring employees. Whether you're a business owner, a manager, or similar, this one is for you. So consider your hiring practices. Think about the sorts of people that you hire to either work directly with you or indirectly in your business. Specifically, when you're thinking about the sorts of people that you bring on board, ask yourself what kind of people these are. What kind of people are you looking for? Do you surround yourself with people who are like-minded, people who think much like you do? Do you choose people who are known to vigorously challenge the status quo and to bring new ideas to the table, to open up possibilities, for example? Or do you prefer people who are quietly or passively accepting of whatever it is that you suggest? People who will merely follow your instruction because that's what you put out there, and your expectation is that they will follow that instruction. There is no right or wrong answer here. These are but three of the possibilities that might be used when making hiring decisions. Surely there are more, but these are three of the most common, more popular ones that are out there. Consider which of the three camps you fall into, or if none of the three, then what your predilection for hiring folks is. Again, there's not a right or wrong answer here. Each of us has our own interests, our own desires when it comes to the sorts of people that we hire to work with us. Let's take a look at each of the three examples given. In the first case, surrounding ourselves with the sort of people that are like-minded. It's good to work with people who are like-minded because we start from a similar position. We're able to see things through a similar, not identical lens, but similar enough that we can at least appreciate each other's position. People like this tend to be highly supportive. And while they don't tend to be great innovators, that is, they don't bring new ideas to the table. After all, they don't think much different than we do. They certainly maintain a level of decorum within a company or in a business relationship. It wouldn't surprise me if a majority of you folks are in this camp, hiring people that are of similar mindset to yourself. It is a very peaceful and comforting way of bringing people on board in a business relationship. And it certainly can lead to some very positive things. In the second group, we consider those who are likely to vigorously challenge the status quo, and they bring new ideas to the table. Now, this is an interesting group. It requires that we as managers, business owners, and such are open-minded, that we are, in fact, confident and comfortable in our own skin. We're willing to accept the fact that we're not the ones with all the answers, and we're actively seeking answers and suggestions from others as well. It doesn't mean that we're giving up the farm. It doesn't mean that we're giving up control or our position of authority. What it means is that we're playing nice in the sandbox with others that have different tools and ideas than we have. We're able to take advantage of this situation because our own confidence has ensured us that we are comfortable. With that said, those who challenge the status quo, those who bring new and innovative ideas to the table, allow us to expand our operations, allow us to expand our visibility, and perhaps substantially improve our business environment. The third group of hirees are people who follow our bidding blindly, passively, basically doing what we say, and they ease our burden by allowing us to simply say what we want and anticipate, no, expect that it will be done. Hirees of this sort are often referred to as yes men, people who simply follow the instruction of the leader, of the boss. They're not intended to have a mind of their own. They're intended to get things done according to a plan. It allows for things to be done expeditiously and according to a prescribed plan. I've seen each of these in businesses with which I've worked. And quite honestly, I have to say that there are times and places for each of them. Personally, I'm drawn to the first two. I believe strongly that it's ideal to find people who are like-minded, but like-minded to a degree, people who have a similar sense of what is going on in the business, what is going on in the industry, people who also are aligned at an emotional level or at a broader level. But at the same time, I find that those people who are aligned but are comfortable being forthright about their ideas is extremely important as well. Being able to bring forth new ideas allows for innovation to occur. And if we're in an environment where we are too closely aligned, willingly, but too closely aligned, the chance for innovation does take a hit. In some cases, that is more important than others. There are some very stable businesses that don't require a lot of innovation. In the current day and age, you might find it surprising, but there really are businesses that are quite comfortable being the status quo, particularly those without competition. Those who are well established and have no competition are in a position to allow the status quo to get a foothold and to remain as it is. Well, I guess that is what a status quo is, isn't it? On the other hand, in the third instance, that of the dictatorial type business relationship, where the expectation is that employees will do my bidding, there are instances in the short term where this may be important, where, for example, a urgent and particularly well-defined scenario occurs. A manager, a business owner may have to spell it out as it is and expect full and immediate compliance. On the other hand, I find that when a business owner or manager expects that their employees will always follow their word, without exception, without rebuttal, that this is not a recipe for long-term success. My observation has been these are people who lack confidence in their abilities, and they find it necessary to exert this kind of control in order to get things done, to fulfill their own need for reassurance and self-esteem. These three different types of hires are prevalent in our society. But what's most important, I believe, is that each of us take the time to assess what's appropriate for our business and secondarily for ourselves. It's possible that we are looking out for ourselves before the business. I believe that looking out first for the business is in the best interest of the owner or manager. How do you fit in with this? I encourage you to take a good hard look at the hiring practices that you have. Who do you bring on board, and what are the reasons behind it? And does it best serve your business, yourself, or both? This is Ed Drozda, the Small Business Doctor, and here at the Water Trough, I want to wish you a healthy business.